Okay, so moving on to the informal letter, the informal letter. The objective of an informal letter is, for example, to give news. Okay, to give news. You give your news, you've heard from somebody, you haven't heard from them in a long time, they want news from you. Okay, so one of the objectives is to give news. To ask or request to ask for information about the other person. How are you? How is your family? Okay, I haven't heard from you in a long time. What have you been doing? To give advice, typical one, they ask you for advice. Okay, they want your help. So to give advice, think of the type of vocabulary and verbs you need to give advice. Modal verbs, okay, you should, you ought to, in my opinion, it would be a good idea. Think of all this type of language that you might need. And to congratulate, maybe they've passed an exam, they've had a baby, and you have to congratulate. Okay, so all this type of thing may be necessary. Here we have an example. We have an email from your friend Paul, okay, who's been given some money. He doesn't know what to do with the money. To go to Lisbon, to see a band, or to save it up from your computer that he's going to need soon. What would you do? So he's asking for advice. Okay, so here you have to write it in appropriate style. I repeat, this is informal. You have to give advice, of course. You have to say what you would do, come out with an opinion. Okay, basically, okay, you have to treat this equally as well. What if you think he should go to Lisbon? Why? Why is it a good idea to go to Lisbon? Why is it a better idea than saving up for a new computer? Okay, so basically this is advice. Or do you have any other ideas? Okay, you can suggest something else. You can make a suggestion. Okay, instead of this, what would you do with the money? Let's have a look at the structure. Again, the structure is the same as really the structure is the same as a formal letter. Greeting, opening paragraph, content, closing paragraph, and sign off. Of course, the greeting here, if it's a friend, I mean, it could be Dear Paul, in this case. It could be hi, something just as informal as that. It's more open to you, but hi is a good one, or hello, Paul, something like that, okay? The opening paragraph, you have to remember, if you're writing informally, it's as if you were speaking. So it's logical to begin with, hi, great to hear from you, Paul. How are you doing? It's been a long time. So begin in that way, okay? Say how good it is to hear from this person. Ask about his or her family, or his or her wife, or his or her girlfriend, or whatever. Ask for things. Imagine you were speaking to them. You have to pretend that you're speaking to the person and write in the same way. The main content, of course, you're dealing with the advice in this case you're giving to Paul. Is it Lisbon? Is it a computer? Or is it something else? In case you have to deal with this. And the closing paragraph. Again, the closing paragraph is say that you want to hear from them soon. Say, I hope you'll get in touch before too long. Or let's not leave it such a long time. Or why don't we try to meet up? Okay, you have to, again, pretend you're chatting to a friend. And then sign off. Sign off is, again, more open. It could be bye for now, see you soon. Okay, so I repeat, informal letters, it's as if you were speaking to the person. The style, of course, friendly and informal, as I said, as if you were speaking. Okay, contractions, use them. When we speak, we don't say, I would do this. You say, I'd do this, so use this. Use phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very informal. Use them as much as possible. These are our most informal types of verbs. You must use them. Use idioms. Okay, not lots and lots and lots of them, but a couple of them are great. Okay, colloquialisms as well. Try to learn a couple and put them in. Informal connectors. We have to use connectors in all our writing, but try to use ones. And if it's informal, then it's but, and, also. As if you were speaking. Again, this is the general advice. And the hints, as I said before, similar to conversations, okay? Pretend you're speaking to the person, write it down. Ask questions, show interest, be enthusiastic. This is the main thing, okay? You have to pretend that you're really happy to hear from this person and ask about his or her news. And I repeat, I'm repeating myself, but it's the most important thing. It's as if you were speaking to the person, to this person face to face, okay? So make it lovely, beautiful, informal English with informal language. Okay, thank you very much.